Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into the Nexus gaming series, the Nexus division. There we go, it finally caught up. We have on the left-hand side the gillySharks. We got Stark on the Tyrael, Greymane to be played by Chesslooter, Kaimo Tripson on the Lieutenant Morales, EKB on the Artanis, and Schumann on the Gul'dan. Huh, that's looking very, very juicy on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Running Wild. Covered, I think is how you say their name, is on the Falstad. We've got Brightwing to be played by Mr. Executive, Kairu on the Raynor, Alexia on the Sonya, and we've got Full on Grits on this Blaze. We go into top lane. We look at a gillyShark crew who have immediately rushed into said lane, but I wanted to peek out really quickly. Wow, Falstad getting quite a few stacks right there. 6 stacks off of that bush, but there were quite a few sharks hanging around in that bush, so easy stacks for said Falstad. I learned a new word that is now my favorite. Defensifistration? Oh, I did not say that right. The act of yeeting someone out of a window. Hell yeah. That's a clever word. Anyways, the rotation into bottom lane. Artanis is hanging out top. He's going to be that amateur opponent. Stark with a little bit of a flank into the enemy side just to kind of put pressure on to said enemy team. Aldurin's might to the left-hand side. Stark is maybe going to catch some experience in mid and jump back to the camp. No, actually doesn't do so. Just continues to soak out. I actually think the Eldruin's might expired before the camp even popped up, but that doesn't matter. Gul'dan and Tyrael making some double soak rotations while Full on Grits will be in the bottom lane, hanging out and just soaking things up. On the left-hand side, though, we do have this camp to be grabbed by a few gillyShark members. Sorry, 1 second. I need to double-check that my audio properties did not change on me. They didn't. Good. Wonderful. I was fighting it yesterday during our dress rehearsal for CCL. I think it was a VMix thing, but that doesn't matter. Camps are being grabbed across the map here on Sky Temple. First objective phase will be top and middle, as always, and we're going to be seeing this hard pressure through top lane from either side. gillyShark with a little bit more momentum in their favor, getting that camp out earlier, getting into lane as well. Gul'dan seems to be doing the double soak duty, while we have this Tyrael to rotate into top lane to help out the gillyShark crew. EKB, I don't think they were looking for a swap, just looking for a blade dash through the front gate of the fort, and this camp is going to be immediately burned down by the members of Running Wild. EKB going for another blade dash there. I don't think a swap connected onto anyone. I don't even think the phase prism was utilized. Stark trying to back away right now. Kaimo Tripson getting some heal in. Covered comes in, and that'll be first blood into the Artanis, second blood into that Greymane. A solid double kill for the members of our red team Running Wild. I didn't think you were starting till 1 p.m. Glad I rando checked. Oh, no. The live games start at 1 p.m. I was saying yesterday that we were going to start early with like a warm-up cast. How you doing, Rob Dog? Good to see you, bud. Massive pressure through the top lane into the gillyShark fort. EKB back from death, getting a blade dash. There was a phase prism focused onto the Sonya, but it wouldn't connect as she did back away. Blaze able to jet propulsion out of there, and the fort does stay alive. I was thinking that the minion wave was going to be enough there, but it's not going to be the case. Sonya checking the bush with the spear, Full on Grits backing away right now. Stark and friends all putting pressure through this top lane, while Gul'dan continues to do the double soak duty into the Falstad, and it seems like they're not missing out on much experience at all. We can actually showcase that really quickly, and heroic kills, the double kill, has only yielded about sub 800 or sub 900 experience. Look at that minion. Look at that minion experience between both teams. A little bit of a 500 experience difference, but the assumption on that one is that it's Covered who just needs to catch the mid wave. And that's the reason we're seeing that little bit of chunk of missing experience. But still, 7 talent here will be achieved first for Running Wild, as they have control of the Sky Temple map for now with one structure down. And the top lane top lane temple focusing onto the mid lane forward as Covered gets the phase shift in for Mr. Executive, getting chunked quite heavily, but not enough to yield a kill for the side of gillyShark. Tyrael still on the point. Massive jet propulsion from Full on Grits. Schumann is going to be going down, and another kill goes over to the side of Running Wild. Sonya finishes out the top lane objective phase, which got, 25%, a little bit more than that off of the fort through mid. And Full on Grits and friends, they want this full fort through mid. This is looking better and better for Running Wild. Things are running away for them. You're welcome, chat. You're welcome. I'll be here all day. 7 to 8 in our level, 0 to 3 in kills, and that mid lane fort, as I mentioned, did go down. Volstad putting pressure onto the fort front gate. Getting this fort front gate down before the next objective phase would be big for Running Wild because of the fact that you do have, well, next objective being bottom. So if you can get the fort front gate down to take down that well, the lane sustain and the hold that gillyShark could have would be a little weaker, but Chess Leader just trying to clear out the wave as quickly as possible. Sonya sitting in the bush here, just anchoring for the friendly team. Camp on the left-hand side still a minute or 2.5 minutes away. Just want to jump up back and forth between that Sonya vision just to see what she's seeing. Does scout out that gray main. You can see the danger ping coming out from, I believe, her. And no one unleashed. We got to talk to these professional. We got to talk to these just Nexus Gaming Series teams. You gotta let them out. How else is Harrison Jones gonna escape from Tomb of the Spider Queen, chat? For anyone that doesn't know, if you massively click on that, Harrison Jones jumps out. Kairu is pushing up the bottom lane. Schumann on this bottom lane is doing their best with the Gul'dan Fell Flame build to just push back the waves from a safe position. Rotations continue from both sides, and speaking of rotations, let's rotate through those other numbers, get an idea of what those look like as 10 Talontiers are approaching for both teams a little bit faster on the side of Running Wild. And I keep making a joke about this, but they could be running away with this game. The double fort this early is huge for a team, and if they can get the bottom lane objective phase on this red side, that will yield shots into an exposed fort, and it would take that down, and then start getting pressure onto the keep front gate and bottom lane. But here comes the objective. Our 10 Talontiers are here. We got Gust, Hyperion, Blink Heal from the Brightwing. Sonya's holding. Probably Wrath of the Berserker. Blaze with the bunker. And we'll see what the members of gillyShark are going to grab. That's looking pretty juicy on the left-hand side, if I do say so myself. Shake my head? Why? Why are you shaking your head? Oh, because it's such a good game. I agree. Yeah, I'd be shaking my head as well. Like you're nodding, like you're shaking your head up and down in a vertical fashion, like a nod. Yeah, I'd agree. See, Chess Leader liked the joke. I'm good. One person in chat liked it. That's all that matters. Bottom lane to be pushed out against the side of gillyShark. Oh, and look at that. It's a medevac. I wonder if gillyShark are getting into a position for anything to happen here. Also, Gul'dan with the Rain of Destruction. This is actually, I have been told by many a team, this is actually a pretty good siege talent. It's actually pretty good at taking down structures. It zones back the enemy team. You get a little bit of damage onto the enemy side, but Gul'dan does finish out the the elements. He finishes out the Pursuit of Flame at level 1. There's going to be the short distance. The short distance. Why was it? Where's the Sanctification? Oh, it was on a 2-second cooldown still. That's why. What, is he gonna pop it? No, you're gonna hold Sanctification. Keep is gonna be dropped down to about.
Pentakill.
What I love is that we still didn't even use the Rain of Destruction. Oh my god, Juice Pirates is the most ridiculous thing. Blessed be the gillySharks. Alright, 13 Talontier, 8-0 in kills in favor of Running Wild. And the pings are coming out. Not Hyperion. There it is. Where are the backs immediate from the side of the Running Wild? Alright, I think we just, yeah, there's the backing. The keep does go down all the way. Sanctification will be used. Gul'dan, 6 seconds on that. I think he got put on a 10-second cooldown from the tornadoes. Will he be able to cast it? Will he be able to get the Rain of Destruction? He does get the cast off in time. The core is falling rapidly here, but we are going to be seeing quite a few gillyShark members going down as well. Stark to fall, EKB to go down as well, and Stark mostly trying to get damage onto the core, but a little bit of cooldown reduction, and another solid for Running Wild as they have the boss, the Siege Giant camp, everything coming through bottom lane. Did the gillyShark make a mistake? No. Look at the death timers. Look at these death timers. The gillySharks are back and they are able to get here and defend core. Rain got gusted too. Oh, okay, the first time. I thought it just didn't get used, period. And I was like, damn. Unfortunate. Laser propulsion connecting onto Kaimo Tripson, who's getting chunked quite quickly and is going to go down. Blinds from the Artanis will connect onto a few enemy members. Blade dashes from EKB. There's a trade on to this Blaze. Brightwing does go down. Stark trying to defend. No Sanctification available for 22 seconds. Has this trait and gets the explosion trade into the Sonya. It's a 2 for 3 in favor for gillyShark, who have managed to hold the core with 17% falling off of that. Double Temple Phase up and available. Core at 16% with a solid amount of shielding. Actually still going up as well. Alrighty. Did you know the core does double damage into structures? In case you were wondering. In case your keep ever finds its way over here. I wonder... No, because it wouldn't reach the Ragnaros. Alright, well here comes the medevac. Jet propulsion from Blaze, immediate gust comes out as well. Sanctification on a 9-second cooldown. They're going to try and take down the shielding of the core. Rain of Destruction is going to be used. The shielding is going to fall. Will the core fall? Yes, it will. And the gillySharks will juice their way through game number 1. GG. Well played. This Morales needs their medevac license taken away for the poor driving. Oh, Jesus. Any Sanks? Any Sanks? I wish my NGS games look like this. Well, here's the thing. You too could be a Juice Pirate if you just Juice Pirate. Just practice it. Between the two teams, they barely have a single whole core. Yeah, you're right. Fun game 1. That was pretty fun. Jeez. Oh, let's show you some stats if you want to see them again. Was it like a sub 12-minute game right there? And Brightwing had 32,000 healing. Jesus. This is why you always ban Sky Temple. Well, you can here, idiot. Let me tell you this. It doesn't matter what map you play. You can Juice Pirate any map. You ban Sky Temple against us. That's why the games don't look like this. What an embarrassing game. That game was a disaster. I mean, you won the game, so was it really that bad? Wow, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of false stat stacks. All right, let's get back to Bandit Nye, and let's get set up for our next map. Jesus. Like, all I'm going to say is you can Juice Pirate any map. You can Juice Pirate any single map. You just got to believe hard enough. You just got to believe it. On the bright side, I out here Tyrael. I'm proud of you. God, games like that are ridiculous. All right, no one swapped sides. That's always good. Okay, cool. There's a Kael'thas, and I was like, does he go Vecchies? Yeah, right. It's so weird, chat. Anytime I play Kael'thas and I go Convection, I have this weird mana issue constantly. Does anyone know how to fix that? Juice Pirates on Towers of Doom? I mean, yeah, you can do it. You can do it, Ektar. What? You don't think you can Juice Pirates Towers of Doom? You can totally do it. You just constantly, yeah, you just juice on towers. See? Stark knows what's up. Yeah, we've done it. I've watched it. You can juice any map. Don't come in here with your seems good, Ektar. I'll take away that sword. Huh? When was the last time you banned a hotspot? Huh? When was the last time you did some moderation in this channel? I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out. It's a good day of games. It's a nice cozy Friday. All right, let's go ahead and get into another map. We are heading into Braxis Holdout from map number 2. Let's go ahead and find out what's going to happen in our best of 3 warm-up series. I will see you in game. Jeez. I was reading chat during that intro. Welcome, everyone, into our Nexus Gaming Series, Nexus Division matchup. On the left-hand side, we got gillyShark with 1 game in this best-of-3 series. We got Stark on the Mei, Chymotrypsin on the Brightwing, Schumann on the Kael'thas, EKB on the Maiev, and Rexar to be played by Chessleader, Misha to play Misha. Over on the right-hand side, trying to take us to map 3 through Braxis Holdout, we got Running Wild, Elixia on the Dahaka. We've got Tassadar played by Kairu. Covered is going to be on the Greymane, Mr. Executive on the Deckard, and Full on Grits on the Mal'Ganis. Let's get into bottom lane, check out those level 1s, and see what's going to be happening here. I really appreciate everyone in chat who gave me some solid Kael'thas advice when I go Convection, which is apparently just die and get free mana. Got it. Thank you. Hector banned me probably 4 streams ago for praising a Samuro player. Just kill the right clone. Just kill the right clone forehead. I banned Stark more than I banned bots. Oh, alrighty. So either way, let's go ahead and focus in onto the game because Kairu is getting chunked right now. A Living Bomb and some Fan of Knives will take that kill. gillyShark to kick off this Braxis Holdout with First Blood.
First Blood.
Checking into the top lane, it's going to be Dahaka versus Rexar Misha. Dahaka did go into Enduring Swarm at level 1. Excuse me, sorry. I drank a lot of tea in the intro. It's going to be giving you physical armor. So I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing like a Dark Swarm build from this Dahaka. Really good icing in from Mei onto this Greymane. Almost getting the kill, but had to pop the Cryo Freeze, taking a little too much damage from those towers in bottom lane. Kairu back in the mix, throwing out a few Psionic Storms, excuse me, and just trying to get a little bit of poke onto those waves. Did go into the Psi Infusion at level 1, so I think this is going to be more poke wave clear from our Tassadar rather than Shock Ray burst potential as we've seen from some in the past with the Static Charge, I believe, at level 1, but another good icing in from Stark. Maiev looks for a blink over here, pops the Vault of the Warden to avoid any sort of force wall from Tassadar or any sort of incoming CC. Man, I gotta talk about this. This level 20 Vigorous Vaulter, that is absolutely... That's also a really weird name. Vigorous Vaulter. Alright. Vault of the Warden is a 13-second cooldown. Which I'm surprised it actually just doesn't say that right there. But anyways, Vault of the Warden is a 13-second cooldown. So you have 2 charges of that, and I'm assuming it's a 13-second cooldown per charge as Full on Grits is able to get out of the bottom lane. That's actually really weird. The tooltip doesn't actually read the cooldown for it anymore. There's no... That's really weird that it doesn't do that. I was waiting to see if I was incorrect, but I know chat yelled at me one day saying, I said 12 seconds, chat was like, it's not changing! Horrible caster! Yeah. Have you heard of Being Better? It's solid advice, so, Dahaka brush stalks into bottom lane and sets up the kill onto Mei, excuse me. Or onto Maiev. Mei getting the phase shift from Chymotrypsin. But since Dahaka did leave top lane, Chessleader will take advantage of the moment and hard push this lane. I'm just looking to see really quickly what the build is for some of these characters. And actually, I didn't notice this at first. Maiev went into the Pursuit of Vengeance at level 1, but you also have the Sudden Vengeance at level 4. This % base damage into the Mal'Ganis is going to be very strong, as well as into the Dahaka, who does want to kind of jump in and cluster around or group up with the Mal'Ganis to try and make those drag tongues or the Dark Swarm value pay off, because this Dahaka is going into the PvP build in that solo lane with the Hero Stalker at level 4 for that Darksworn value. I'm assuming we're going to see Symbiosis at level 7 for the cooldown reduction and that 1v1 value. Chymotrypsin, great gravity lapse from Kael'thas to save the Brightwing around some 190-something HP is what I saw the lowest drop to. But either way, the objective phases are stalled out right now. Grits trying to step into Stark, but I don't think they have any sort of CC available. EKB pulls a few members into the Blizzard. I really love the synergy between the Maiev and Mei right now for this game, because you have the Umbra bind into the Blizzard. You also have the icing from Mei to be able to, well, disengage like that, but also bop people into said Blizzard as well. So a couple control tools, even the gravity lapse from the Kael'thas is a phenomenal way to just set up that Blizzard. I'm really liking the synergy that's been built in bottom lane from the members of gillyShark. But if we look on the opposing side of things, there are a lot of synergies to be had as well. Decker Kane with some slows, as well as his Scroll of Sealing CC. Mal'Ganis with a lot of CC with those Fell Claws. What plays into that? Tassadar burst potential, Greymane sustain chase. There is that synergy as well for the members of Running Wild. But right now, what's being showcased is the gillyShark side working a lot better, and this Living Bomb value is just spreading to player way too much, and 7 talent tiers achieved by our gillyShark crew by about a half a level, maybe a little bit less than that, while we see Brightwing continuing to just hang around this bottom lane, phase shift onto Stark just to get that boost in healing, gets hit with the Night Rush of full-on Grits, and Mr. Executive jumps back onto the point, but can they stay here? Stark jumps or icings their way onto the point, big Blizzard to zone back the enemy team. Mal'Ganis to the left-hand side, gets hit with a gravity lapse of Kael'thas. A few potions from Mr. Executive get Grits back to about 50% HP. Kairu trying to put pressure onto Chymotrypsin, and Stark is now going to take a little bit of that psionic beam value. Or I guess the auto attack from Tassadar. The Tickle Beam. Greymane was in top lane during all of this. EKB did rotate up so that this is technically a 2v2, but you got that Misha Bear in the mix. And when it comes to Misha players, this is often what you want. You want 2 enemy members to rotate to top. Unfortunately, I was going to say, it might not work out for them, but I lied as EKB comes in with that Sudden Vengeance, as well as the Ruthless Spirit, and each enemy hero hit with Sudden Vengeance increases all damage Maiev deals by 15% for 4 seconds, stacking up to 30%, so you get 2 stacks on that by hitting 2 heroes. That right there, this Sudden Vengeance build, we don't see it very often, but EKB is showcasing that you don't need to go pin down, you don't need to go Fan of Knives, you don't need Naisha's Memento, you just need to go Sudden Vengeance and just land your Sudden Vengeances. There's another blink out from EKB, and actually great phase shift in from Chymotrypsin. The Umbra Bind doesn't pull in, Tassadar Force Wall kind of stopping that right there, but there's another Sudden Vengeance, and then we get the big burst into said Tassadar as we go 8 up on both sides, and we'll cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like as Mr. Executive will be on the point for this bottom lane. And I want to note this as well for chat. This is the first objective phase still. We haven't even had a first Zerg wave for either team. We got about 46% on the blue or on the red side, 18% for our gillyShark crew. But this is going to be stalled out in top lane by the Rexxar Misha and Dahaka battle. Greymane to rotate up. Rexxar would be the target. Dahaka burrows for a second to buy a little bit of time. Where is the essence to be popped by Dahaka? Does he have essence available? No, it was used a few seconds ago when the burrow was utilized. Got it, okay. Here comes the channel for gillyShark as they have forced their way through this top lane. 3 members on the top lane. Greymane dives in onto Misha. Umbra Bind onto 2 enemy members. Polymorph onto this. Greymane expires very quickly. Good potions healing up from the Decker Kane. Misha Bear does go down, and it seems like the objective phase will be stalled out on the gillyShark side at 62%. In bottom lane, we have an Ice Wall from Mei. There's potential burst here onto Kairu, and Gravity Lapse will connect. Great counterplay. Pyroblast onto full on Grits. I don't know if you make it out of this one alive here, bud. No. Can't wait for Maiev's new talent called Vigorous Vengeance. Sounds a little weird. Anyways, Emerald wins from the Brightwing. Chymotrypsin going to be going into that. We could see if we get to level 20, we could see the Intensifying Winds, which basically puts the entire heroic on a 5-second cooldown, and it was changed. In the past, you could get like 2, maybe 3 of these Intensifying Winds before you utilized all of your mana because it just like quadrupled the mana cost for it, but now there's no mana cost increase, so it's just a 5-second cooldown on Emerald Winds. I think that's absolute insanity. Here comes EKB once again with the Umbral Bind onto Kairu, and that Tassadar is going to get shredded. Fall to the Warden, saves EKB for a second. Good utilization of the Scroll of Sealing from the Decker Cane. Also does have that field study, so he's raising that spell power with some of these Scroll of Sealings, but it's not going to be enough. Maiev gets traded, but the Greymane goes down. I vigorously vault to avoid names like Vigorous Vaulter. Wait, what? Gravity Lapse onto the Dahaka coming right out of the bush. Pops the Essence immediately. Also utilizes the adaptation. Good sleep. Night Rush onto 2. There will be a drag onto this Mei. Kaimo trips in. Gonna get gonna utilize the phase shift onto Kael'thas. And this bottom lane is going to be cleared out. The fort did go down. Rexxar Misha holding top. Alrighty, so we reset the pens. We have, it was about 9 minutes in the game, I think, when that actually happened. So I think we should be seeing our next objective, what, around 10 minute 30? 11 minutes, something like that? EKB, nice vault of the Warden to avoid that last Fellclaw strike from Mal'Ganis. Does get hit with the Night Rush though still. Fight breaks out in top lane. Greymane dives out. Stay well and listen from the Decker Cane. Shockwave from the Tassadar. Will go out. A lot of chase on to Chest Looter with this Mal'Ganis. And the Carrion Swarm actually might have been too much of a bait. Chest Looter still trying to live here and actually will live. Mal'Ganis going to be outplayed, and 13 talent here pushed in for the members of gillyShark. 9-2 in kills, 13-11 in our levels. And as I said, objective phase not up just yet. But this is going to be the top lane fort. No, they are going right into the Greymane, I believe it is. And Greymane's just trying to find a better position, trying to make something happen here, pick up some of these potions. And Greymane's making the outplay happen, but Mei finds one more snowball to get the kill into said Greymane. Phase shift from Brightwing gets Kaimo Tripson out of there. Alrighty, the fort is still saved. The reason the gillySharks are also pressuring top lane is because that's where the next Zerg wave will be for them, and if they're able to get said objective phase, then they can push in through top lane fort, maybe go for the keep. Drag onto the Misha, just yielding some damage, not really much at all. Okay, camps to be grabbed. Maiev back, rotating towards the friendly team. Boss not going to be grabbed by either side. Okay, so yeah, it was about 1 minute 30 to the announcement, 2 minutes to when it's actually available. All right, cool. I think I was like 9 seconds off. Horrible caster. Absolutely horrible caster. All right, 13 talent tier is here for our red team, and we'll check out some APM in our next engagement, but I want to be able to showcase those 13s. Drag on to Stark. Mal'Ganis just having a little bit of CC, or at least attempting to throw some of those Fell Claws out. Won't be able to do so. As I promised, let's check out that APM, because I feel like a fight might break out in this top lane. It's 4v5. Rexxar did finish out that Hunter-Gatherer at level 4 for the Rexxar Misha, so they have that armor for both now. Brightwing floating to bottom lane. I think this is because Brightwing probably has phase shift, so I think they... My guess is gillyShark wants to show that they have less members in top, so maybe this red team running wild steps up further, then Brightwing comes with a phase shift and Rexxar rotates up as well. Maybe that's the play. I'm trying to figure it out because it was weird to send the Brightwing all the way to bottom lane. Rexxar has their own wave clear and it's absolutely fine. So maybe it is a little bit of a pull into the top lane. There comes the Rexxar Misha. Brightwing is going to be able to phase shift into this. So it is a trade into lane for the gillyShark solo laner, but not showing just yet. I don't think Rexxar's shown in this top lane. Okay, there it is for a brief second. You can see the Rexxar. Misha not there. Brightwing showing in bottom lane. They have to know on the side of running wild that the Brightwing phase shift is up and available, and that's the ploy. And they're gonna respect the enemy side and just rotate down and actually go for boss. Let's actually jump onto the vision of our blue team. I don't know if they actually saw the rotation through. There's going to be Misha face checking the bush for the friendly team. She'll use the charge to disengage. Stark jumps onto the point. Brightwing did phase shift back to core, or excuse me, Hearth back to core. On to the other side, vision really quickly. This is going to be the boss grabbed. Can they even get here in time? No. Ice Wall from Mei does lock down the Deckard Cane. Boss will be grabbed, though, by the members of our Running Wild crew as there's a drag on to Stark. Fellclaws avoided with the Cryo Freeze. Misha, so much tankier with that extra armor from the level 4 being finished out. After gathering 25 regeneration globes, Rexar and Misha gain 15 armor. You also do have the Rexar and Misha health regeneration increased to 25. Keep in mind, though, there is baseline scaling and all of that, and we can actually showcase that while Greymane tries to get out of here. What I wanted to showcase really quickly is regen per second, 32.2. You go and look at Kael'thas, in comparison, 6.8. So that Hunter-Gatherer, you can see the difference right there. And the sustain for the Rexar Misha in the solo lane is very, very high. I mean, look at this right now. Just look at the Misha health bar. Just, I say skyrocketing. That's pretty fast for a MOBA. If anyone's ever played Dota or League or watched any other MOBAs or even in Heroes, your health bar going up that quickly from just base regeneration, that's a very, that just feels good. Such a rewarding thing. Like when you have, what is it, like some 50 stacks on the Lost Vikings, your self-sustain is dumb. 50 stacks on the regeneration globes for the Vikings are just so good. Ice Wall avoided by the burrow of this Dahaka, and just going to be forced out of the top lane with 16 talent here in favor of our gillyShark crew with full on grits on bottom lane, grabbing the bottom lane beacon. Is there a fight to break out? Dahaka pops the essence, or pops the, excuse me, the, I said it a minute ago, adaptation. I kept wanting to say burrow, and I was like, no, they have burrow on cooldown. That's not what they were popping. Either way, Misha is going to be fine right now, avoiding the shock ray of Tassadar, and the points are traded out with gillyShark still holding said top lane. Dahaka, Greymane to go into bottom lane to continue to soak up. Maev's new quest that completes at level 20 should be called Jumping for Joy. I would agree. I think that's better than Vigorous Vaulter. Vigorous Vaulter just sounds weird to me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just weird. Fritz is going to try and turn things around. EKB gets the Vault of the Warden to avoid the Shock Ray value. Dahaka brush stalks in the top lane. A little bit of charge over the gillyShark. The gillyShark members Zerg Wave. And the bottom lane fort does go down. Kaimo Tripson trying to push back that wave. There's going to be a Vault of the Warden, but as well as a Warden's Cage from Maiev. Phase shift in from Brightwing into this engagement. Boars unleashed by the Rexar. Shockray from Tassadar in the Archon form. Phenomenal Emerald win from Kaimo Tripson to push this Mal'Ganis into the friendly team. And we're seeing a gillyShark wave through the top. But there still is going to be about 18% on that bottom wave. What does that yield? An Ultralisk, 2 Banelings, and a few Lings. There was a time when I played Old Uther on Garden of Terror, and I got 71 globes from a Monotown at level. Jesus Christ. What was it? There was like the Community Clash League, or no, the Celebrity Clash League. So the iteration before it became what it is now. Leon Black played as Stitches in season 1 or 2. I think it was in season 2, and he had like some 50 regeneration globes on Tomb of the Spider Queen. He had like 50 plus regeneration globes, and it wasn't like a 30-minute like Tomb game. Like he had like some 50 regeneration globes like within like probably like 16 minutes. I'll never forget that. That was absolute insanity. Leon Black is a pretty good Stitches player. Anyways, Misha in the mix trying to make something happen. Gonna need to back off for a little bit of HP. We do have a Stay Wild Listen from this Decker Kane. Boars Unleashed. May does go down. The Zerg Wave in top lane just pushing onto the keep front gate as Misha trying to throw out some CC as well as the Kael'thas to back away. Kael'thas getting rid of that sidewall. Gotta get rid of those sidewalls. They don't provide experience. They do buff your siege damage, but also what they do give is vision to the enemy team around those little areas. I'm done with class for the day. Just got home. Don't have so I'm gonna mobile audio only. So how's it going? Oh, it's going well today. We are casting some. We're doing an NGS warm-up game, and then we're gonna be casting the Hero CCL Free Agent Tournament Day number 1. Thank you, Jimmy. Oh, I need to make the delay command apparently public. I think I only made it so that I can use it because I probably had it off. No, I think it's one. I think I just never made it a public command. I probably turned it off the last time I was using it. Anyways, I'll figure that out after this game here. We'll see what happens because right now, Running Wild are starting to put some pressure into the gillySharks that we were not seeing in the early game. Another boss to be had by said Running Wild crew. 12-4 in our kills. Stark scouting out for the friendly team in the bush. Misha gonna maybe face check. That's what I was waiting for. Anyways, the fort in top lane does go down by the from the boss. Camp to be grabbed as well. Bruiser Camp pushing in through the top lane. Kael'thas throws out one little fell flame strike. Fell Flame was the Gul'dan in the last game. But anyways, throws out a little Flame Strike just to be able to put pressure onto the wave, or at least a little wave clear out. Half a level for level 20 on the side of gillyShark, a little bit more for our Running Wild crew, but there's no 20 talent here. It's even for this fight. Greymane trying to keep that inner beast active. You can see the glow on the weapons around, that little purple glow, keeping those inner beasts up with the auto attacks from said Greymane into the keep. There's a a Warden's Cage from Maya. Big Umbral Bind pull in. Vigorous Vaulter finish because 20 talent tier was hit. Oh my god, Gul'dan. Deckard Cain goes down. We see full-on Grits. Mal'Ganis trying to just do something, but the CC train has arrived at the station, and Mal'Ganis is going to be boarding said train. Icing to slow down Kairu, who's in the bush, Polymorph, and a solid
Quadra kill
for the side of gillyShark as they move into the top lane, and they're looking at top lane keep. Nightbot is on a delay too. Yeah, Nightbot's on a total delay. Yeah. No, I forgot to make it a public command. I just assumed it was. Okay, so top lane keep goes down. Stark pops the cryo freeze with I think like 300 HP. Gets the phase shift from Brightwing, who did get the bottom lane objective phase. Speaking of bottom lane, this is where our Zerg pen is, and we in bottom lane will be seeing this slowly fill up with more and more Zerg. There comes the Guardian. We got an Ultralisk, Hydralisk, some Banelings, but now in bottom lane we're going to be seeing Dahaka jump onto that point to stall things out. No more Zerg build for the pen for now. Kairu up in 0 seconds. We have a fight to break out over this, don't we? Oops, wrong button. There we go. Umbral Bind connects onto Grits. There's going to be a little scroll of ceiling connecting onto 2. Some buffed out potions from that. Since Deckard Cain does have the field study at level 1. Misha finds the charge onto this onto Mr. Executive, and there's just so much CC thrown out. Pyroblast into the face of Mal'Ganis. He goes down. Greymane stalls out the objective phase once again through bottom. Hearths back to core, and 20 talent tier looming for the side of Running Wild, but level 21 for our gillyShark crew. Sherman. I keep wanting to say Sherman. It's my... Anyways, has these regeneration globes at level 1, 734 extra mana, yielding 1,435 in totality. And that is the total shielding as well. Greymane, who was trying to make the counter channel and top lane happen, is now going to be very, very split from the friendly side. And just sad Greymane noises as he tries, but cannot live. Bottom lane, we do have the Kael'thas pushing up the wave a little bit, poking on to Kairu. Phase shift in from Brightwing just gets this pressure into the lane a little bit faster. Emerald wins from the Brightwing. Did go for that intensive wins at level 20. As I said, permanently reduce Emerald win cooldown to 5 seconds. No mana cost increase. That's it. 5-second cooldown. Yeah, usually I rarely ever set stuff to like moderators. It's either everyone or owner. I never really split it. Oh wait, no, I think I do have some mod commands when it comes to the Q bot. Anyways, we do have this core being fought over right now. 20 talents here on the right-hand side for Running Wild. The core shielding has fallen. The Zerg wave is here, full and Grits in the backline. The Mei does go down. The Ultralisks will fall. The core defenses are doing their best to just slow down the bleed. Emerald wins from Kaimo Tripson do delay things out. Phase shift onto EKB, and the core falls. Game number 2 goes over the side of gillyShark, and they take the series in a 2-0 fashion. GG. Well played. Okay. Commands, custom, delay. Change this to everyone. All right. Now anyone can use it. Just like anyone can use this command.